Well, hey, good morning. Welcome to the Book of Enoch. And it has been a couple months since we've filmed Enoch because as I prayed about it, God said to do it from a cave, and I've been out of town and it's been hard to access some caves. But we're here now and we're going to go through it. I just kind of want to take a little bit of time and remind you of where we left off. We're in chapter 21. And what has happened is 7 holy angels have taken Enoch to show him the place of God's creation, essentially jail for those fallen angels. And then he's introduced, then he sees 7 mountains which represent the 7 principalities of wickedness on this earth, Satan being that center mountain. And then he's introduced to 7 angels and who they are and what their roles are. And we're just going to pick it up there. And so Enoch is with these 7 angels right now, and they're continuing to show him the things that we cannot see, the places we cannot go. So it's an incredibly fascinating thing to take a look at. So we're going to pick it up there, chapter 21, starting verse 1. And I proceeded to where things were chaotic, and I saw there something horrible. I saw neither a heaven above nor a firmly founded earth, but a place chaotic and horrible. And there I saw 7 stars of the heaven bound together in it like great mountains and burning with fire. All right, I'm going to pause there. So he has been taken to a place void of heaven and earth. So this is a different place. This isn't heaven and it's not earth. There's no firm foundation below it. There's no firmament, and we've talked about the firmament quite a bit. But he sees 7 stars, and these are those 7 principalities of wickedness, Satan being one of them, and they're bound together in it like great mountains and burning with fire. Now, before we proceed, because Uriel is about to tell Enoch what this is, and before we proceed, I do want to kind of remind you that God and the heavenly realm is outside of time. So to God, everything in the history of the world is happening at the same time. So I want to kind of take time out of it. So these principalities of wickedness are bound, but we know that in this moment that they're not bound. So just for clarity. Then I said, for what sin are they bound, and on what account have they been cast in hither? Then said Uriel, one of the holy angels who was with me and was chief over them, and said, Enoch, why dost thou ask, and why art thou eager for the truth? All right, I'm going to pause there real quick and remind you that in the last chapter, chapter 20, when we're introduced to the holy angels, it says this in chapter 21 and 2. And then these are the names of the holy angels who watch. Uriel, one of the holy angels who is over the world and over Tartarus. And we spent a bit amount of time, probably about 12 episodes ago, talking about Tartarus, but he is clearly over this place here because it says, and was chief over them. So he's strangely over those principalities of wickedness who are bound. Now, this, again, is, we kind of have to take ourselves outside of time because this place is not ready for them yet. This is a place that Enoch has seen. They have been cast to the earth, and we've talked about that in many episodes and seen that and what they're doing on the earth. But they have been cast to the earth because there is not a place for them, is what the Bible says. So this place is being created to bound them and bind them, ultimately the bottomless pit, the place where they will be cast for 1,000 years. This is that place that he has seen, hence the term bottomless. So let's keep going. These are the numbers of the stars of heaven, which have transgressed the commandments of the Lord and are bound here till 10,000 years. The time entailed by their sins are consummated. Now, I do want to take a moment and say that word, because this is ancient. That word 10,000 can be and really should be interpreted as 1,000. But here we are. Because as we see in Revelation, and let's just go ahead and go there real quick. I do want to remind you, we only use the Bible as a cross-reference on this. We use Enoch and the Bible as a cross-reference. But if we go to Revelation 20. Then I saw an angel coming down from heaven, having the key to the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. Laying hold of the dragon is that serpent of old, Satan. But the beast does have 7 heads. So he laid hold of the dragon, that serpent of old, who is the devil and Satan, and bound him for 1,000 years, and cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal on him, so that he should deceive the nations no more till the 1,000 years were finished. But after these things, he must be released for a little while. So here Enoch is seeing that time, and he's seeing that place. So let's go back to verse 1. And I proceeded to where things were chaotic, and I saw there something horrible. I saw neither a heaven above nor a firmly founded earth, but a place chaotic and horrible. And there I saw 7 stars of the heaven bound together in it, like great mountains and burning with fire. Then I said, for what sin are they bound? And on what account have they been cast in hither? Then said Uriel, one of the holy angels, who was with me and was chief over them, and said, Enoch, why dost thou ask? And why art thou eager for the truth? These are the numbers of the stars of heaven, which have transgressed the commandment of the Lord, and are bound here till 1,000 years, the time entailed by their sins, are consummated. So keep in mind, this is Uriel, who is in charge of the bottomless pit, Tartarus. And he is laying hold of Satan, who is that center mountain, and binding him in this place, this bottomless pit, which has no bottom. Hence the term bottomless. And he's putting them there for 1,000 years. And what Enoch is seeing is that moment where they're bound in that place. So he's able to see this time that for us is coming in the near future. So let's go again to Revelation 20. Then I saw an angel coming down from heaven, having the key to the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. He laid hold of the dragon, that serpent of old, who is the devil and Satan, and bound him for 1,000 years. And he cast him into the bottomless pit and shut him up and set a seal on him, so that he should deceive the nations no more till the 1,000 years were finished. But after these things, he must be released for a little while. And this is what Enoch is seeing. So I think it's incredibly important that we see this. And I always talk about this in every episode, how, the most important thing about reading Enoch and interpreting and understanding Enoch is knowing what it will be like in the days of Noah, and having confidence in the end times, having confidence that God is who he says he is. So as we're dealing with chaos down here and the beast system mutilating mankind and Christians specifically, what is happening is there's this spiritual warfare literally taking place, and we can glance into the product of that. So as we go through tribulation, we know that there's this moment of time where victory comes, where Christ sets his feet on this earth. And those 7 heads of the beast, those 7 principalities, those 7 mountains are going to be cast into the bottomless pit, and have surety of that Uriel has the authority to do such things. So there you go. Incredibly fascinating stuff. We're going to keep digging through here in the cave. I have the whole place to myself hiking out here. The only tracks I saw were animal tracks, so I'm going to definitely take advantage of that. This is a public cave, and oftentimes the public come through here. It makes it difficult to film at times. So thanks for following us, man. Keep on digging with us. We're just going to keep on reading through the Book of Enoch.